So I am here to talk about my new community, Swell the Community. So if you're familiar with my channel, you are aware that I have a podcast called Swell the Podcast. And Swell the Podcast, well, SWELL stands for the Social Work Entrepreneur Learning Lab. It's where you grow, it's where you step into your entrepreneurial journey, right? And so I do that on the podcast where I talk about starting a clinical private practice. And now I have Swell the Community for my YouTubers, the people who follow me here and watch me on YouTube. You have asked about getting help. You've asked about certain things. And I've taken all of that feedback and I have created workshops that will help you start your entrepreneurial journey as a digital online business owner. And so that happens inside of Swell the Community. Now, the community is not live yet. Everything, all of the workshops, or at least the first set of workshops, will go live on October 1st. However, the community opens up September 19th. And so right now, what I am doing is I am putting out a wait list for people who want to be notified as soon as the community opens up on September 19th. You'll get an email that will notify you the community is open and that you can access the community and enroll. And so let's talk about the community. It is a Patreon community, and there are 2 tiers of memberships. And so I am going to I want to share my screen with you. So I am going to share my screen with you so I can show you the 2 tiers and just let you take a look at it and see what's going on in the community and what is happening. Well, what's going to be happening when this community opens up September 19th. Like I said, I've gotten questions from people about certain things that they want to know about. And so I've taken all that feedback and I have created this membership. So the Social Work Entrepreneur Academy presents Swell the Community. So there's 2 levels of memberships. There is a $7 membership. And so I had a friend who asked me why only $7. There's a lot going on in this membership. So if you check it out, in the $7 monthly membership, there are the weekly digital startup business workshops. There are a total of 33 workshops. Now, these workshops will, take you from beginning to pre-execution. And so what does that mean? So here at the Social Work Entrepreneur Academy, we have a 4-step framework that goes into having a successful business, whether you're at the beginning, whether you're in the middle and you're growing your business, or whether you've been doing it for a while and you're scaling your business. And that is what we call the LPEP method. And so what is the LPEP method? It is the learn, plan, execute, and then perfect. And the reason why I created that is because what I find is a lot of people want to perfect before they execute, and that is the wrong order. They also want to perfect before they plan. So they want to learn and they want to perfect. They skip everything in the middle about planning and executing. And it goes in that route. You learn, then you plan, then you execute, then you perfect. And if you do that method for every time you launch a new product throughout your business, you will have better success inside of the business. And so that is the Social Work Entrepreneur Academy framework that we work from all the time, right? And so at the Social Work Entrepreneur Academy, you learn on my YouTube channel, right? That is the space for you to learn. However, now if you're ready to move to the next level, it's time to plan. And that is what happens here in Swell the Community. You plan before you execute. And so for that, I have a $7 a month membership where you get the 33 workshops. So you get those video tutorials and lessons. You get digital downloads. So with my workshops come clarity sheets for you to do and work and get more information, flesh out more information so you can start your business. The reason why you have these clarity sheets is because not only do you learn the components of a digital online business in these workshops, but you also write your complete startup business plan by doing these workshops. And also in the workshops, you learn how to set up the back end part of your business. It was the most difficult part for me. It was the part that no one was sharing. Like, do I need an LLC? How do I get started? What is a fictitious name filing? all the things, the real back end business stuff that nobody wanted to share. So before you can execute on creating a full digital product and selling the digital product and attracting your client and doing all of the execution things, which are the fun things, you do have to lay some foundational work with a plan. And inside of Swell the Community, that is the place that you do it. It is the first step to your entrepreneurial journey as a social work digital entrepreneur. Okay. And so there's the $7 tier. My friend was like, you got a lot going on in that $7 tier. And let me tell you why I created a $7 tier. I remember when I was trying to learn the things and everybody's product was like $700, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. I could not afford that. I could not afford that. And so I really wanted to set my business up a different way. And my business goes against not everything I was taught, but a lot of things I was taught as far as in, your digital products. I wanted mine to be a little different. And again, it's just because I remember the journey, and it took me 8 years, and it took me 6 years to really figure it out. I'm approaching 9 years in business now, but it was really crazy learning all of these little pieces. So the way that I've set my business up is I want to walk you guys from beginning to end. And I use the LPEP method to do it. So you learn on the YouTube channel, and inside of Swell the Community, you will execute, and you can do that for a minimum of $7 a month. Now, I will say it probably somebody could work through all the workshops in a month. It will probably take a couple months to work through the workshops because there's a lot of content in there. There's a lot of things that you need to do, I's that need to be dotted and T's that need to be crossed before you fully launch your business in the next phase, right? And so I invite you to join the community at a minimum of $7 a month. Again, because I remember what that was like. And sometimes $7 is a stretch for people. I remember when $7 in a month, like I just didn't have any extra dollars when I was a student and not working. And yeah, I remember the days, right? So for $7 a month, you get an FAQ library, you get video requests, you get the ability to request videos, you get a Patreon shout out in my YouTube videos, so you get recognition, you get those digital downloads, those videos, I can't talk. Those tutorials and lessons, and then the workshop videos, which are the tutorials and lessons, right? So that's the $7 membership. For $27 a month, so I would call that more self-study under the $7 a month membership. For $27 a month, you can get guided study. And so you get everything in tier 1, plus you get a Patreon only Facebook group. Inside of that Facebook group, you get exclusive content that's only going to show up inside of that Facebook group. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be anywhere. It is strictly for the group. Okay. You also get access to a weekly live Q&A session every Thursday with yours truly. I will spend an hour with you answering questions that you have. So you can submit your questions. There is a time frame for submittal of questions, and we go over that inside of the community. But you can submit your questions, and then I show up on Thursdays via a live stream Q&A to answer those. Okay. And so that's a great way for you to have direct contact with me and to learn and to get your questions answered and to get membership and to get that guidance that you need to really work through writing your business plan and doing the business thing about setting up your back-end business and understanding the digital business components and all of the things that you need to understand to take the first step. Okay. In addition to the weekly live Q&A session, you get a weekly Discord chat with me on Tuesdays. And so the Discord is another place where we build community. You can talk with other community members. You can talk directly with me because I'll be there. And so I am also answering questions that day. Then you also get exclusive voting power. So you guys get to vote on future videos, right? So those video requests that you have, I'll flush out the ones that I, think need to be done or the ones that have the most requests. And then you guys get to vote on those videos, like which comes first, which do you want to hear later? You also get exclusive voting power for other things that I'm releasing in the business. Then you get behind the scenes content. So I do post some behind the scenes content on my Facebook business page, and there's some personal blogs here on YouTube, not too many, but really you want to get the behind the scenes look at what your girl does and what a day looks like in the life of this social work entrepreneur, then definitely get into the $27 a month Patreon, because you get access to that Facebook group. And that is where I hope to build a community. There's nobody in the Facebook group now. So one of the wonderful things about you guys getting on the wait list, and according to when you watch this video, it may not be a wait list anymore. The community might be open, fully open, and you're just going to ask to join and get in there with us. But for those of you who are going to get on this wait list, you get first access to me. So just think about it. This is my first opening of the gates for this community. And so because there's not going to be a lot of you in there right away, there's not going to be thousands of people in this community right away, you get a lot of exclusive access to me. But it won't always be like that. It just is impossible as businesses grow. I am in a Facebook group where there was like 100 people when I joined, and now there's almost 30,000 people. You get lost in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? And so this is really a great time for you guys to plug in. And that's the whole reason why I created this community, because again, I wanted to give you a bridge to execution in the LPEP method. If you are really enjoying the content here on YouTube on the Social Work Entrepreneur Academy's channel, then that LPEP method is in place for you, right? So you're learning. Next, it's time to plan so you can execute and then perfect your business. So 2 years from now, a year from now, however long it takes, it might take 3 years, you are no longer overworked and underpaid. You're owning your entire 24 hours, and you've gained more time, financial, and career freedom as a social work entrepreneur who owns a digital online business. And then in addition to all of those benefits in that $27 a month membership, you also get early access to the execute phase of my program, right? So I hope that you get on the waiting list for this. There is a link in the description box to get on the waiting list. And again, according to when you watch this video, that link in the description box might just go directly to you being able to join the membership, because that membership goes live October 1st. Access to the Patreon goes live September 19th, but the workshops drop October 1st. So you can get in there and do the pre-videos that come before the workshops, and they talk about the community and how to navigate the community. They talk about a bunch of things that are going to be in there. That's going to be live September 19th. So you can get on the wait list now so you can be the first notified when this opens up. And I look forward to seeing you there.